Good morning, my ride and die supporters. I pray that all is well on this blessed Saturday in December of 2020. I just wanted to come to you this morning, letting you all know that you can con woman, you can con man, but you can't con God. God weighs the heart. God knows who you are. When we out here playing on the altar, and when I talk about the altar, I'm talking about the hearts of God's people. And I want to also bring to you from the Lord. There are real prophets out here to tell you to put away your idols. Stop looking to idols. You know what idols are? Some of you may not know what idols are. Idol could be people that you are worshiping. Idols are things that you have more love for. Idols are even your children can be idols. Idols can be money. Idols could be cars. Idols could be, like I said, people. You put nothing more than God. He said, I am a jealous God. I give you these things in life. I give you life. Most of all. And life is such a precious gift to have. Your life is more precious than anything else. Is your life. And we worship all this materialistic stuff. We worry about things we shouldn't even have to worry about. Oh, I got to pay this. I got to do that. And all this stuff you got to do before you can sit down and have a talk with the Lord. Every morning I get up. And I ain't going to say every morning because there's some mornings I slip without giving God thanks for waking me up this morning because he didn't have to do it. But he did it anyhow. And I think sometimes when I upload my videos, I always give God the praise. Good morning, my ride and die supporters. I'm hoping God is with you this morning. He woke you up this morning. He gave you a day you never seen before. He didn't have to do it, but he did it anyhow. Sometimes even when we don't deserve the goodness from the Lord. God was blessing Tyson over and over and over. Not money. It wasn't the money that God was giving Tyson to be blessed. God put him someplace where he can just be to be able to help somebody else. Give his testimony of his life. God was going to wipe away all that he done in his past. He got up there praising God and blessings to Kevin and everything about Kevin and putting God in it, but he wasn't really giving his true heart to God. He was giving his heart to get the money from you that God was blessing him to say, thank you. Thank you. And showing God thanks, he could have been giving that money to that brother right now that's incarcerated, being treated unfairly, and whose constitutional rights who's been taken away for a crime that he has not really committed. This man's freedom was taken away. This man's whole life was put in front of the public and it was assassinated by people. His whole character, his reputation. When most of these women that came and said they were victims of Robert Sylvester Kelly were willing participants. Nobody put a gun to their head. Nobody made them do anything that they did not want to do. They took money, they took bribes to lie on this man. They put him on television. Gayle King, all those people set him up, took him at his moment of weakness to make him say something that he didn't do. Oh yeah. Kevin Terrell knew all along in his heart he wasn't no true believer with R. Kelly. They watched that infamous tape of a supposedly underage girl with supposedly, even though it happened 20, 30, whatever years ago. People are still looking at this man's past and judging him. And don't really know the whole story behind that tape. I never saw it. And I ain't going to look for it either, because it happened 30 or more years ago. When I'm saying stop looking at people's past, look in their presence of who they are today. Your past is over. That's gone with. Because if God wanted you there in the past, God would have put you there in the past, incarcerated you. But God didn't want you there in the past. People kept doing it until they got to the point where they plotted and they planted more people to come to just keep this man in his past. Even Terrell got up there and made a video, and I'm not looking back, and I didn't want to look back at his past. I wanted to see a change in Terrell. God knows my heart. But now, his past came back to haunt him. When you're looking at somebody else's past, look at your own. Judge not, or you should be judged by the same judgment that you judge someone else. And I'm just saying. But I just arrived here at work. So I'm going to come back with you with part 2 later on, maybe this evening. But you all have a blessed and wonderful day. Be safe.